Hi, thank you for attending the Elementary Introduction to HEB ISD. This video is being created for our new families, and it is part one of a two-part series. We need to know you are here, so please use this QR code or bit.ly link to sign in. That way we will have a record of your attendance. Let's get started. We are so glad you're here. You might be in the live meeting or you might be watching it after the fact, but no matter what, we're still glad you're here. Please take a moment right now to pause your video and use the link or the QR code to complete our online form for signing in. This presentation is coming to you courtesy of the Department of Family Engagement, Community Outreach, and Teacher Support. We are glad you are here, and we want you to know that we are here to support you and your family. We are only an email or phone call away. My name is Kelly Rawl, and I am the coordinator of our department. My email address is on this slide, as is my phone number. Please do not hesitate to give me a call if there's something that we can do to help you. This is the agenda for Part 2, which is Wednesday, October 7th at 8:30 a.m. Both of these sessions will be posted on our YouTube channel. The link for our YouTube channel is listed on this slide. Check back all year long because we will be posting additional videos as we go through the year. We're just beginning to build this collection of videos for Parent Academy. Typically, parents or guardians are very engaged early in their child's pre-K through third grade education. However, the older their child gets, the more independent the children become, so parents and family members often back off. However, we know from experience that even secondary level students still need your support. We have over 50 years of research and documentation that proves how effective family engagement in a child's education actually is. However, this particular slide quotes a research project called A New Wave of Evidence, and you can see on the slide that children tend to earn higher grades, enroll in higher level programs, be promoted or pass or earn their credit. They're more likely to attend school regularly, have better social skills, show improved behavior, and graduate and go on to college. A school calendar is intended to be your roadmap through the current school year, but without a strategy for decoding it, you and your family could get lost along the way. At my house, we have a command center. The school calendar is hanging there, but so is our monthly calendar. The first thing we do is label all of the school holidays, which are the red squares. Then we go back and mark all of the green squares, which are early dismissal days. And don't forget that on early dismissal days, elementary dismisses at 11:50 a.m. You'll also notice that the beginning and the ending of the 6 weeks grading periods are marked with opening and closing brackets. Now look at the month of October. We have two holidays coming up on October 9th and 12th. Be sure you mark those on your calendar. Every person at a campus has a unique set of responsibilities, so it is important to know who does what. However, I want you to know that on any given day, each of these people are doing what needs to be done no matter what the task. The items you see on this slide relate a little more to secondary schools than elementary, so I'm going to explain this a little better. The principal is considered the school instructional leader. The buck stops there. However, they also go the extra mile to get to know their students and families. I promise you, your student is more important to this person than a test score or a demographic indicator. The assistant principals do all sorts of things: discipline, testing, ARD committee meetings, staff trainings, the list goes on and on. Counselors help everyone at school in a variety of ways. When your student was enrolled, they evaluate your child's records and make sure that they are placed in the right classes. This is just one of the things they do. Like everyone else on a campus, they wear many hats. At the elementary level, there is usually only one assistant principal and one counselor. However, at the secondary level, there are multiple people in these positions, and so every student has been assigned to a specific assistant principal and counselor. The attendance secretary is who you call when your child is going to be absent. When you have a few minutes, sit down with a piece of paper and write down the names of all of these friends. But when you get to the attendance secretary's name, be sure you add her phone number so that you can have it handy when your child is absent from school. Sometimes in HEB we do things a little differently than other school districts. For example, our elementary schools house our pre-K through 6th grade students. Our junior highs are 7th through 9th grade, and our high schools have 10th through 12th grades. On the right, you see a sample schedule for a student at Midway Park Elementary. You'll see that the teacher's name is the same because this classroom is self-contained, and the teacher teaches everything except for music, art, and PE, and those teachers are listed there also. The Child Nutrition Department has received a grant to make sure that all students may have free breakfast and lunch. If your child is still learning online, then you will see the pickup locations on the next slide. That being said, please go ahead and complete the application for the free and reduced lunch program. You aren't required to use it, but it helps maintain our status as a Title I district, which qualifies us for additional funding. Menus for the month are always posted on the Child Nutrition website. This slide visualizes what I just told you on the slide before. However, notice that the free lunches and breakfast started September 8th, and they will continue on to December 31st. So use it while you can. If your child is an online learner, they can pick up a week's worth of breakfast and lunch at one of these locations: Bell Manor Elementary, Bel Air Elementary, Oakwood Terrace Elementary, Stonegate Elementary, West Hurst Elementary, or Trinity High School. Just like the free lunches and breakfasts that are served in the school, this particular grant goes on until December 31st. When we came back to school this year on August 18th, all classes were held online for the first 3 weeks. Every student who needed an electronic device was given one. If they did not have access to high-speed internet, hotspots were provided. Pre-K through 2nd grade students were given iPads, and 3rd through 12th grade students were issued laptops or Chromebooks. If a family has multiple students in its household, one device was issued for each student. Remember, using a cell phone for learning online is not appropriate. Beginning Tuesday, September 8th, students who selected traditional school or on-campus instruction during online registration began reporting to their campus each day. Students who selected online-only option, OLO, during online registration will continue their current online classes. When we came back on September 8th, students who were enrolled for traditional schooling reported back to their home campus, or if they were participating in a Schools of Choice program, then they went to whichever school was offering that program. Students who went back to school had to follow, students and staff who were back at school had to follow strict health and safety protocols, which were already in place. So if you're wondering what kinds of things that campuses are doing to help keep your children safe, then you can go to the YouTube video that's posted here. You see the link. Students who selected online-only school during registration will continue their current classes. All Schools of Choice programming will be offered online in addition to at the traditional school option. We do anticipate movement between traditional school and online only. Students that want to transfer from traditional school to online only may do that anytime throughout the year. However, students who desire to transfer from online to traditional school should do that in advance by sending an email to their campus no later than 2 weeks prior to the beginning of the next 6 weeks. Here are the dates for requesting a transfer to the traditional school option for the rest of the year. To request either change, parents should follow the directions provided by the school. If you have not received directions from the school, you may contact the school's front office for attendance. If you are not requesting a change, you do not need to contact the school. Your student will automatically continue in the same option in which they are currently participating. Our online option is not like it was in the spring. Attendance records, grades, and daily schedules will reflect exactly what your student would have done if he or she were registered for the traditional school option. The links on this slide will take you to a video and handouts about using Seesaw and Canvas. If you find out that your student has or has been exposed to the virus outside of school, they will have to quarantine. Here is what you need to know. Notify the front office staff at your school. Your student needs to continue learning via Canvas as long as they are up to it. If your student is too sick to do that, call in to the school attendance secretary and nurse just as if you would a normal absence. Your student will need to make up all work and missing assignments.